Hello everybody, we are making an easy salsa using this mini chopper. These are the ingredients that I'm going to use. Some fresh tomatoes, green pepper, onions, lime, garlic, jalapeno peppers if you like it spicy. If you like it really spicy, use the thin serrano chilies, some cilantro and salt. Garlic is an optional ingredient that some people add and some people don't, so it's really up to you. Now if you're using a mini chopper, you want to first put this jar onto the mini chopper, make sure that it sits well, add the blade in, and then I usually add the ingredients that I want that should be really finely chopped. So I'm going to start by adding jalapenos, because what I want to do is take a small piece of the jalapeno and just cut it into a couple pieces like this and just add it in. And I also want to add cilantro because I want the leaves of the cilantro, the stems of the cilantro to just kind of get crushed up before I add the tomatoes. And then running the mini chopper like this, just so that I can get those pieces to be really small in the salsa. So I'm just going to run this. Okay. And now that I've done this, I'll add the other ingredients. So I also want to add garlic now because you really want the garlic to be in small pieces too. Get rid of the dry part of it. Give it a whack like that. And if you don't want the whole garlic, just use a small portion of it. I think I'm going to use a small portion because I'm only planning to use 2 tomatoes. So I'm going to use a little bit of garlic here. I'll run it one more time. And now that I see that garlic is into small bits as well as the jalapeno is into small bits, I can add the other ingredients. So to add the green pepper, you need only about a tablespoon or 2 of it. So I'm just going to take one small section of it and just add that. And you want to add some onions. So to cut the onions, here's what you need to do. Get rid of this end like this. Turn the onion around. Get rid of the root, but don't lose it entirely, and I'll tell you why. Because you just want to get rid of this brush. So go like that. And save some of this root because it helps us in cutting it later. Hold the onion like this. Make a tunnel like this. Go in the middle. Move this aside. You only need a small section. Now you can remove the papery skin. Remove the papery outer layer like this. And use how much ever you want to use. So I'm just going to again use a small section because my mini chopper is pretty small and I don't want a strong onion flavor in it. So I'm just going to cut it into big pieces like this and then add it in. And then take the tomatoes, cut it in the middle into 4 pieces like that. Add this in. If you want your onion to be in small pieces too, you can always run the blender before you add the tomatoes. So it's really your choice. People have different preferences about what kind of consistency they like on their salsa. I'm going to add some salt and add some lime juice as well. Here's a tip: when you're about to cut some lime, roll it like this. That gets the juices flowing. You only need 1 small squirt of it. And you can always adjust these ingredients as you go. So I'm going to go like this and put it aside. Now make sure you put the lid on, and then the lid needs to kind of lock in place before you run this. And then pulse it first instead of just running it on high speed, because that's going to just kind of make a tomato sauce out of it, which is what you don't want. So I'm just going to work on low speed right now. Pulse it. And then check, how is it looking? Now, once you see you got the desired consistency, now I see some pepper pieces still around, so I'll just give it a few more seconds. And then take it out in a bowl like this. Actually, I might want to taste it first because I can make some adjustments in this recipe. It's a very flexible recipe. You do what you feel like doing with it. I think I like it. So all I have to do now is pour it into this bowl and serve it with whatever you want to serve it with. Some chips, quesadillas, tacos. Also, if you've ever tried it with scrambled egg, it's quite yummy with that too. So here's your easy salsa. If you like some pieces of tomato in it, go ahead and just cut the remaining tomato and just go like that and have those pieces in there, so you have a little bit of the salsa, which is kind of like a sauce, and a little bit that's chunky. So if you want some chunky pieces of cilantro or tomatoes in it, just go ahead and do that, because it also makes it look pretty. So here it is. Enjoy.